Hello everyone, welcome to the Next Gen National Championships in Austin, Texas. We are here in beautiful Flat Creek Park. Conrad, tell us about what Flat Creek Park is all about.
All right, so a little bit about Flat Creek. It is a working winery. I think they established themselves back in 2001. They have won a coveted state honor for their wine in 2010, so they are on the map. This is a great course, a Hulk design course, as well as a great venue for other things. They do have a event center, a eatery, and you can take a tour of the facilities with Phil.
Yeah, Phil was awesome. He led us around and let us take a peek into some of the back workings of what they got going on in Flat Creek. So if you're ever in Austin, Texas in this area, this is a must stop by for sure. So as you may know, we are Ace Run Productions, and as always, I'm Felix.
And I am Conrad.
Let's get to it. We've got the MPO coverage, front 9, round 2, day 1.
So yeah, we see that the top competitors come in with the score from the first round. It was on this course. It was played a little bit earlier in the morning. So now we're going to kick off round 2.
Good luck, guys.
We're going to start off on hole 1. It's a par 3, 326. And we have Casey Cox is the first one throwing here.
So conditions are not ideal today. You see these guys are bundled up. First round they dealt with pretty much constant rain. Now we're dealing with about 45-degree temperatures and a pretty consistent wind, as you're going to see on these flags on these baskets. Mathew going with the hydro line as Casey did, but he came out early and just stayed left the whole time.
Yeah, from the tee box you can see that it's really, you really can't see much of the basket. You can see the basket, but it's elevated. There is a height difference there, and you really have to aim at those trees there on the right in order to have any type of look at getting a 2.
Yeah, and with the wind also, you kind of want to keep something lower. That looks like a pretty good line as long as it can get there.
Yeah, and Jonathan had a great shot there.
That's really good there. Absolutely.
We got Colby up next. Let's see what he can do.
That looks a little too wide. It's got to miss those trees and yeesh.
And it doesn't. It goes in and kind of falls and ends up to the right just a little bit. It's going to have a hard look out of there.
So Matthew's first here to approach.
And I think I just noticed on the sign, the T sign, that this is not the standard hole 1, and it's actually coming in at 300 feet.
Yeah, there were some small changes that were made to this course just to really kind of increase the difficulty for this type of event. With these players, obviously you want to be able to challenge them. I mean, we're talking about, this is the national championships. There's a lot of money on the line. These guys have played different events throughout the year to qualify and get points to get to this point.
And we have players literally coming from all around the country for this event. So some of the hometown people have a slight advantage, but I think with these slight modifications on the course, it makes it a little bit easier for everyone.
Yeah, big shout out to Dave Feldberg for putting on this event and this entire tour. These guys, like I said, all throughout the U.S., these guys have been battling to get to this weekend. And this is a big showcase for them and a chance to show what they can do.
So we're going to walk away with some pars and 2 birdies here. So Casey and Jonathan will be up next on the box.
So hole 2, we've got a par 3 coming in at 298 feet. There's that one tree in the middle there that you want to avoid. Casey burns out the forehand though, kept it too low. There's also like a higher, kind of a spike hyzer type of line that people will take just to avoid that one tree and a bit of a guardian tree near the basket. That looks pretty good. There's also a left to right wind that's kind of pushing that hyzer. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. From the angle from the the green, you can see that there is a little bit of OB to contend with too if you take the regular line. It does go over a little part of the driveway there. So that's why you'll see Mathew and Jonathan here taking that hydro line. Takes that out of play.
And you can hear that wind kind of whipping around. There's a tombstone. And again, that you can see that right to left just kind of pushing it over. That one's kind of stalling a little bit with that wind. I still fought through the trees enough to give him a look.
It's just outside the circle.
And we did have cards of 5 this round, as well as the first round, because there's 90 players, I believe, that were out here competing in this event. Let's see what Casey's got. He's lining up a Justice here. With this headwind, you need something really stable.
And that's the road of out of bounds that I was talking about trying to avoid. That is one great upshot.
Absolutely, especially with the wind. He trusted that disc to finish for him, and there's the clean tombstone, or land shark if you prefer. Giving it a run.
Colby just misses high and to the right.
That's gonna, ooh, that's a comebacker there.
Yeah, because that is a camera doesn't show it quite, but they're putting downhill and it continues to go downhill afterwards. Let me see what Jared has.
Just wide right. Nice 2 there by Jonathan.
So that's the way you really want to start out, 2 for 2.
See if Childress can make the comebacker. That's a solid putt coming back with a tailwind too, going uphill.
Mathew taps in. Jared taps in. And Casey puts his away too.
So nothing wrong with the 3 on that hole. It's tough with the wind. You see these guys are gonna maybe play it a little safer in the beginning and kind of get a feel for what they need to do. And like I said, with the conditions that they had to deal with, these are not going to be easy holes.
Okay, so we have Jonathan here on this par 3. There's a par 4 playing at 612. Ideal shot will put you right there in that landing area. You got to avoid that OB that runs across. Then you're going to have to contend with the OB again.
Yeah, no shortage of danger on this hole for sure. You just want to get really clean off the tee as much as you can and kind of work your way up. That'll work as well there for Casey. Good shot. And this gap here that you initially want to hit is a little tighter than it looks here on camera because of the overhanging limbs as well.
And Mathew takes a straight route here, and
that's really good.
Yeah,
that's a ways up there. That's a pump.
Yeah, that is.
There's also the little bit of a wider hyzer line, which Jared's taken here, and this brings the OB into play a lot more because you got to hang it out longer. Well, he came back though. Nice shot.
Colby taking a straight route as well. And he must know that was good. He just walked away.
It's heading right towards you. Yeah, that's a spectacular shot.
Yeah, I tend to be a target from time to time. I should start charging for that luxury.
And there you see that OB on the right-hand side that we're talking about. It's flagged as well. This is working its way back over towards the green. Gets down, needs to check.
Oh, look at that roll.
Oh, just OB.
It is. And where he landed, it is really dry there, but I think that's just because the water level is so down. I think that if the water level was up, that wouldn't be exposed the way it is. And it looks like they marked it off according to how it would normally be played.
That needs to check, and that does.
That's a good shot.
Very good. The wind's a little bit calmer on this hole, thankfully, especially with an upshot like this with so much OB around. You don't need any more added elements of danger. Jared's kind of saws that off into the tree. That needs to check and settle.
Sit.
Don't do it.
Oh, there it is.
There's an emotional roller coaster there for you.
And Colby taking a forehand route, which is a little nerve-wracking because you know that the disc is trying to finish down the hill towards OB. It's probably just the best line that he had from where it was at.
Mathew with a high hyzer hits the tree. No. Okay. And settles. Boy, this is an adventurous green for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Jared, no.
Is it?
That has gone OB.
That is OB. Wow.
Casey here with his OB shot, trying to save the par, and he does. Great focus and concentration.
Used a lot of the basket there, but it's in.
Absolutely. Let's see if Kobe's going to lay this up. No, he ran it right at
center
it.
too, and that's the. I think was that a head one that he was putting in. It was kind of blowing too.
So Jared off the top.
No.
Oh,
That is OB again. And that just shows you the danger of this green. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, he had two that were like just inches away from being in the basket that both ended up OB, causing additional strokes.
Good putt there by
Mathew.
Mathew. Jonathan for the bird.
Puts it on the pole.
3 for 3.
3 for 3, yeah.
That's 3 threes there. Very well played. Jared with the rough one there for sure. That's unfortunate, but.
So that was coming from Latitude. They got some chameleons coming out. I personally love my pure chameleon that I have. So I think the release date on those is October the 18th. So depending on when you watch this video, either mark your calendars or go log in right now and find you some.
So we're on hole 4. This is a par 3 at 252 feet. The preferred line is this hyzer line that you're seeing. Missing that power line and getting over that tree. And the winery, or the grapevines on the right, I believe, are OB on this. Nicely done there.
Under there. Too bad we ain't got any CTP markers.
See what Kobe's got lining up here. Going a little wider. There was some headwind on this hole also, and that stays a little wider than he would have liked.
Yeah.
Looks like he's pretty much pin high though. See what Casey's got in store. Casey, if you couldn't tell, is a big LSU fan. He makes his home in Louisiana.
Wow. Move that CTP marker I was talking about.
Yeah. Don't bang your head picking up your disc. Jared trying to shake off the bad hole. Nice hyzer line, a little bit of skip.
Oh yeah, that's on the green nicely.
Very nice.
Colby with the outside putt here, the longer of the 5. Puts it away.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
He's made some pretty big putts so far to start this round.
And that's kind of impressive to say when we have this wind that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Any type of headwind putt or tailwind putt can be really nerve-wracking.
Or crosswind putt.
Yeah. Jonathan, 4 for 4?
That's 4 for 4. We're not talking Wendy's either.
$25 to charity. Hope you have your check.
That's not us. If Jomez was covering this card, then yeah. Big shout out to Jomez for everything they do, and obviously the donations that they make. I believe that goes towards Edge this season. So if you haven't checked out Edge, the program yet, go out and see all the great work they're doing throughout the nation.
All right, we're at hole 5. It's a par 3 playing at 33. And this is right behind those bushes that are dead center. So Jonathan lets this one go, and oh, it hits the tree. I think if it didn't hit the tree, it just would have kept going, giving him a more difficult look at his approach.
There you see the type of headwind as that Prodigy banner is getting whipped around here. Let's see if Mathew can make the adjustment after getting the read off of the previous drive. This looks like the more ideal line. And a stable disc.
Yep, that puts him just outside the circle.
Okay. He'll have some work to do, but right in line.
Colby's lining something up here.
Going with the backhand a little higher. It kind of flattened out a little bit.
Yep,
Starting to finish though.
And that's outside the circle as well, but this gives him a look. I mean, it's a look. I'm not sure how much of that bush is in the way, but
yeah, this headwind too is going to kind of slow down your disc and take some distance off. Let's see the forehand line here from Casey gets that up into that wind, trusting it to finish.
yeah, because
Yeah, that's obviously it was a stable disc as he managed to fade back out, even though he kind of put it on angle on Annie. And Jared with the more direct line. Oh, but that's turned over.
Turned over, yeah.
Okay.
Turned over in the wind. Just the wind wasn't going to let that come back.
Yeah. So Jonathan here, working his way back over. I believe he's throwing a justice on this as well.
And that's just great. Great shot execution. Great touch.
So a couple different guys throwing the justice in this headwind. As you can see, they're getting great results from it. This is a long jumper.
Oh, he gets it in. Look at that.
Very nice. Run that down. Fantastic putt there by Jared. That's a big two.
Now let's see if he's going to big putt everyone else.
Casey with a long look. Gets it up.
Oh, just short.
Great bid, though.
Oh, yeah. And Colby is a little bit obstructed by the bush. Still makes a good run at it, though. But just a little right height, just a little to the right.
Mathew here a little closer. But still, I think just outside the circle.
Yeah, he was.
Nicely
It was
done.
funny. He was asking everyone am I outside the circle, and they didn't even
I am hot.
didn't even step or jump or anything.
That's right, he did ask. Just short there by Kobe. Jonathan finally takes something other than a birdie.
Glad you didn't get hit.
All right.
So the ladies were teeing off behind us, and they didn't see that we hadn't cleared this hole yet. And one of the shots actually came in right behind me as we were filming the putts on this hole. So that's what these guys were laughing about.
All right. And we see everything from birdies to par to a bogey by Colby here.
All right, moving on to hole 6. Got a par 4 coming in at 583 feet. This is a triple Mando.
Okay.
Mathew makes the Mando. You see that kind of bar hanging across those two trees that you have to get your disc in between those two trees and underneath that bar.
Now, I'm not sure if that was a misfire, if he was really playing off the fence. If it was a misfire, he got lucky. If he's playing off the fence, that's not really a bad play.
It was a misfire. Yeah, he admitted it right away. Jonathan going with a low route. Got some flair.
Yeah, got some. It's still
Not as
moving.
exciting as the fence, but still some good style.
That's what happens when there's short grass there. I knew that.
Casey lining up his backhand as well. The ideal here play is the backhand. You want something that's going to finish left to kind of set up your next shot. He made the Mandos.
Yep.
But just clipped the last tree there. Just inside
missed.
that tree. Right in position. Good shot there. So Casey with some work to do here. He's lining up the forehand.
And you see those logs running across. That's a burn area that is considered OB.
And it hits the logs.
Oh my god.
There's also OB on the left.
Oh my god.
but he stays at them
Kick it
both.
then.
He stayed just safe. So Jonathan here lining up Anheuser. I believe this is a compass.
Oh, that's not good. B flippy. Get over it. B flippy.
It's kinda good.
I believe it's a Lucid X compass, and it's coming out a little bit earlier than he wants. And that's going to find trouble over there.
Yeah,
This rough is, well, it's rough.
yeah.
Very thick.
Oh, he got a little early branch kiss there.
Turnover. He's going to turn over with a buzz here, and it's working to the right. He's safe though. He's asking me if you're giving him the safe signal over there.
Oh, was I supposed to be doing that?
No, that's not your job. Nice forehand here.
Wow,
Colby, that needs to
that's
check
good.
up. He's pin high. That's fantastic.
Yep. See what Jared does here.
Jared going right at it towards that tree.
If we got a little bit more ground play, that right there would have been ideal.
He's still in position to try to make home that putt. Casey here trying to get up and down for his par. Backhand. Some skip. Yes.
Yes.
Well inside the circle. There you see Terry Miller in the background.
Now, Jonathan said that right there,
Yeah, you're out.
he was even deeper in the first round.
It's like,
So he should be familiar from that area there.
Yeah, even the spotter remembered him being the deepest one of the day.
Matthews gave that a half run. He asked me if he should run it. I was like, dude, it's this is the national championships, the finals. Great putt
Oh,
there.
yeah. I think that's going to save his par.
Nice putt there. Jared, closer than I thought.
Puts that in. Casey.
If Casey can save this 4. Ooh, and he does. That's a great save with a
I have to say that was a great catch by that basket because that right there was just on the last 2 chains.
yeah. So a couple
Alright.
3s and some 4s. It's a tough. If you can birdie that hole, you're doing good.
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, hole 7, it's a par 4, 361.
Ooh,
This
it's a
is
little wide, and it's going to make
yeah,
back.
it's
Yeah.
the trees.
So this is a gettable par 4.
It is. It's. I want to say it's a tweener because you can really get down to the green in one shot. It is playing significantly downhill. You just have to make sure you hit the right line. And
Yeah,
like that.
he's going to have a look there for sure. Yeah, these guys, they've got some pretty big arms here. They can reach it. Matthews smoothing one out.
Throws hard.
This looks pretty ideal. If it gets around that last tree, a big
Gets
skip.
through on.
Wow. He's, what, maybe 28, 30, if that?
I don't even think it's that far. Maybe 20. See what line Jonathan's taking here.
Similar line, maybe a little lower.
I think that's going to be inside the trees with the flare. Yep.
Inside, and
Wow.
if that settles and sits.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys
Yeah.
are making this hole
Like I
look
said,
really easy.
definitely a tweener hole.
Yeah. For these guys, absolutely. I didn't think about the forehand line.
There's a window.
This,
I didn't either.
it's not a window.
Oh,
if he just got it right above that limb, though, that's a really good play. You just have to hit that specific height and angle.
yeah. I think Casey, he likes his forehand. I think he'll lean on that before he does the backhand. He has both shots, but I think he's, I won't say forehand dominant, but
Big
he
jumper.
has a lot of confidence in that.
Good run there by Jared. Let's see if Colby can bang home an eagle here.
Oh,
Front
front
cage.
cage.
Good line. Right at it, just a little low.
We keep talking about the caliber of these players, and I mean, we have the lowest rated player on here is Jared, and he comes in at 934. But we're talking about all the way up to 992 for Colby. I mean, for Casey, not Colby. I'm sorry.
And that was Casey there, leaving his putt a little high off the top there.
Oh,
Jared just left. Spills out the side there. Yeah, these guys, this tournament in general has, like, these are top level amateurs that are here basically to take that next step.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are playing for, all said and done, over $100,000 in cash and prizes. I think Dave said the total came out to be just over $105,000
Yes.
in cash and prizes throughout this event. For a field that these are 90 players, he was expecting to get closer to 200. So that's a remarkable job. Thank you to all the sponsors for getting it to that event, for getting it to that level.
My name is Thomas Ekström. I'm the disc designer for Latitude 64. This is the Keystone. I wanted to design a disc that had minimum fade when putting. I wanted it to be slightly understable for those nose up approach shots. I'm super proud of the Keystone. It went straight into my own bag, and you should try it as well.
There you go. Thank you again, Latitude 64, for all the support on the Next Gen Tour. Whoa, little slip there by Mathew, but this is crushed.
Yeah, luckily that slip was after he released the disc, so it didn't affect his throw.
Very nice.
And yeah, that is crushed.
So hole 8 is the par 5. This is 950 feet.
I don't think we're playing that one. 'Cause that was a 950. So I don't know if they made a modification to the hole or...
It is possible. There were multiple pads also on this hole, so this might be a different pad they're playing. This might be the par 4 position.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
This is piped. Nice forehand there. Gets a little bit wide right. He might be a little pinched on the upshot there.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit further right than he wanted to go. But I can understand that mistake because you want to miss the tree.
Right. Jared gets through that tree somehow and fights its way back over to the left.
Center. Look at that. Everyone knows that's the line through the tree.
Clearly.
Here we go, Casey with his forehand.
No, 525.
Turned and
That's
burned.
out, yeah.
It's not our fault. We were waiting. I promise.
There was a headwind out there as well. Seems like that's the theme of the day, but there definitely was a headwind.
See what Casey can do with this approach shot. Look like he's aiming at me. I'm a good target because I'm up by the basket.
Very nice shot there.
So that puts him just outside the circle, but he's up there. Jonathan is...
Floating up a beautiful forehand.
Wow. That's really great touch.
Absolutely. And here's
Oh yeah, he
Colby
was
again.
pinched.
Yeah, he's pinched. He's got a little turnover putter in his hands. Just needs to flatten out at the end.
And he does.
Again, very nice touch. Jared with the upshot here. Clips one of the last trees there and kind of puts him in that ditch. Mathew, despite getting a little bit more left than he wanted, he's got a window. Oh, hits the tree.
I'm not sure if the tree deflected him or prevented him from finishing, one or the other, but he's out there. He's up there but outside. And I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, there it is.
And there's the upshot there.
I was trying to record that shot, just couldn't find him.
It's a little bit of a longer look for Mathew here than he would like. And that,
Oh,
did you see the flag just kind of just started moving as he putted, then it stopped. So he just got just a slight headwind as he putted.
oh,
Casey a little short.
Yeah. See if Colby can tap this in.
Good.
Yep, right on the pole.
Nicely played hole there for
Colby.
So a nice tap in there. And the drop in for KC. Alright, so a couple of threes. And we just double checked, this actually is playing as a par 5. So those are actually 2 eagles there. And a couple of birdies.
All right, hole 9 is a par 3. You can look at this and just know exactly what tunnel you need to go up.
That one.
Yes.
Very nice shot.
Very
there.
nice shot. And even just to get past the basket is a better look than being short.
Yeah, there is like a ditch or a little bit of a drop there that gets just to the top of the ditch there.
And you got a log pile over there that you want to try to avoid as well. So Jonathan's first shot was really...
Oh, we're going right.
You are going right.
You're going right.
You called it. How did
Mathew working that warlockery, getting the disc to kick right. This is right
Jared
up the
going
gut.
up the alley, but short and behind the wood pile.
The wood pile is probably 35-ish short, so he's still going to have a look as long as he's not obstructed by the wood pile.
Yeah.
KC, that looks early.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did he hit off the other disc?
No, he just kicked to the left of it.
Okay.
So, Colby here with a long look, but really more just of an
Yeah,
upshot.
just an upshot. That's, those branches make it hard to have a legit look at the basket.
Casey getting
KC.
around that tight tree there.
He just made it in front of the wood pile.
And a long approach here by Mathew. Nice shot there. And Jared looks like he does indeed have a look. A little wide right.
Yeah. He ran it though.
Jonathan here with a chance to take a stroke on the card.
And there it is.
Cashes it in.
Casey trying to walk away with a par.
As that wind starts to pick up again.
Yeah, that was a headwind he was putting into there. How's he put into a headwind and Mathew too? Oh.
Didn't lift his up.
No. And this is it's a shorter basket. It's on the hill.
It's a lot going
It kind
on.
of throws off your perspective just a little bit when you're putting on it.
Some excitement on one of the neighboring holes.
Oh, I thought that was for Kobe. I thought they were excited for him.
Good finish out there. So, the lone birdie for Jonathan.
And we see he is taking off with the 9 under for the front half.
Yeah, that's about as hot as you can get so far. So Jonathan doing a great job. So that is a front 9 coverage. Day 1, round 2.
We will be back with the back 9 here at Flat Creek Winery and Disc Golf.
We're here for Austin, Texas, National Finals, National Championships, Next Gen Tour. Thanks everybody for checking out the action. There's Phil leading our tour. Beautiful Flat Creek.
And like always, thank you for watching.
And as always,
Let's get excited for some disc golf.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
I practice a lot. It's a vice. An escape from stress, from work. It's my chance to just get away during the week. It's like meeting up with an old friend, you know? I'll never get tired of that sound.
Poison ivy ruins the best day outdoors.
Honey, careful. I saw poison ivy.
The rash is ugly, itchy, and spreads quickly. Zanfel's your answer. Skip nutty remedies and expensive visits to urgent care. When you get poison ivy, get Zanfel. No side effects. Safe for kids. Zanfel washes away the toxin that causes the itching rash. Complete relief. Zanfel lets the healing begin. Got poison ivy? Get Zanfel. It works.